the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Before I start, man, happy belated birthday to Danny, one of my mates over in the UK. Had a hell of a time when I was visiting in April, man. Good dude. I'm a day late on this, but I reached out to him, asked him what he wanted. I said, pick any track, man. It's your birthday. He pitched 92, Under the Sun, featured Kofi Stone. I've had Stone on here before with that Busker Flow track, man. Made an instant fan of me, so I'm excited for this one. So without further ado, let's jump in, see what they got for us.
Out of water, out of order, by the border, I'm the author. You deserve a clap if you can make it through the trauma. Spread the sound around from Birmingham to California. Can't take the heat, then you should get up out the sauna. Hold on back, my predecessors couldn't reach. It's cold facts, you need the effort and belief. They killing my brothers, somebody falling every week. Show you the door, but no one giving you the key. You're drowning again, you should have rose to the shore. It's easier said when you're alone with your thoughts. Blowing you back, it's the wind. This is the motive, they will destroy from within. Multiple.
Man, first off, great production by Pitch 92. It's interesting what I feel like Kofi's doing here is coming like from both sides, right? Because I'm wondering if he's saying it from two different points of view as somebody who has created an opportunity for himself, worked hard to get where he is, and he's looking in saying that the opportunity is there. It's up to you to be right in your mind and right with your words and stay focused, and if you do those things and you speak that shit into existence, you can do it. But he's also coming from the other side as like he said, he's the author, he's been there, he's seen that, he's done it, he's written this story, so he sees it too, where it's not one of those cases where you just pull yourself up by your bootstraps, because not everyone is born with the same bootstraps. Not everyone even has bootstraps. So that old saying doesn't necessarily work, right? But what he's saying is, like, they show you that door, you see that door, but they're not going to give you the key for it. So that has a double meaning, right? They're not going to give you the key. You have to earn that key. You have to work hard for the tools in order to open that door. But at the same time, you look at it from the other side, is like, they're not going to give you that key because they don't want you to open that door. And that door will remain closed and will keep you in that space that you will never get out of. Bring it back a tiny bit, man.
Predecessors couldn't reach. It's cold facts, you need the effort and belief. They're killing my brothers, somebody falling every week. Show you the door, but no one giving you the key. You're drowning again, you should have rose to the shore. It's easier said when you're alone with your thoughts. Blowing you back, it's the wind. This is the motive, they will destroy from within. Multiple wins, I'm going in for my kin. Living it fast, up in the dark, on the brink. Brothers is asking where the brass have you been. It's a disaster, couldn't part from my. Your mind's mighty powerful and so is your tongue. Speak right on your life, cause it's what you become. Be wise in your mind, only living it once. You never know when your time's up under the sun. Your mind's mighty powerful and so is your tongue. Speak right on your life, cause it's what you become. Be wise in your mind, only living it once. You never know when your time's up under the sun. I'm at the.
That friggin' chorus is so sick, man.
Powerful and so is your tongue. Speak right on your life, cause it's what you become. Be wise in your mind, only living it once. You never know when your time's up under the sun. Your mind's mighty powerful and so is your tongue. Speak right on your life, cause it's what you become. Be wise in your mind, only living it once. You never know when your time's up under the sun. I'm at the embassy, marching for freedom, the streets pleading. Brothers looking homeless as hell, they need feeding. The gap between the rich and poor keeps growing wider. Them people never love me, so I never love them either. Pick your fighter, it's about to be a long night on site. Brothers is lost on what's right, tough times. There's still a divide where I reside, that's life. I ain't saying it's right. How they gonna.
I mean, it's going back to a lot of the stuff I was saying, right? From the first verse, he's building upon that. And there is a lot of this, I talked about it here before, for so much of it is this pushed as this race thing, the white, black, Asian, and it's like that's pushed all the time. But that his main cause is division, right? Getting us hating each other rather than hating the true problem, right? And that's the divide between rich and poor. I mean, that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year. I know. I've been reading some of the stuff that you cats are going through over there, man. Some of the nonsense with the energy crisis and all that kind of shit, and the price of food, shortages of food. It's happening here in Canada. Friggin' again this morning, they just bumped up the interest rates again, 0.5%. It doesn't sound like a whole lot. Since I moved in here, it's been like a little bit over a year since I moved in. My mortgage payment is almost doubled. It's insanity. I don't understand. And then gas and the groceries, everything has gone up. I don't understand how they keep raising interest rates and expecting people to keep up. I just don't know how they think how it's gonna happen. My mom told me stories about the 80s when this shit was happening. She said they had friends that just dropped their keys on the counter, man, and just walked out because they couldn't afford their house anymore. Couldn't afford it. The interest rate got so high, there's people like, fuck it. I guess I don't own it anymore because I can't pay for it. So they're just walking out of their houses, man. And that's it. It just gets further and further apart. You have these motherfuckers buying yachts and shit. Like some of the shit you see, this affluent shit that people have so much money. It's just mind-boggling when there's people who can't afford to even put food on their kids' tables, man. That's where the real fight is. Steep track, man.
As in your mind, only living it once. You never know when your time's up under the sun. I'm at the embassy, marching for freedom. The streets pleading. Brothers looking homeless as hell. They need feeding. The gap between the rich and poor keeps growing wider. And people never love me, so I never love them either. Pick your fighter. It's about to be a long night on site. Brothers is lost on what's right. Tough times. There's still a divide where I reside. That's life. I ain't saying it's right. How they gonna take?
I meant to comment on that before about that divide. Like they're saying about the killing, destroying from within, right? Kind of goes back to that, where there's even within the groups of your own people who you live in with, people who are in your family, people who are extended family, so to speak. There's and outside of that bubble, there's division, right? So there's like division within division within division, and that's why it becomes so muddy, and it seems so. The solution just seems so unattainable for so many people.
It's about to be a long night on site. Brothers is lost on what's right. Tough times. There's still a divide where I reside. That's life. I ain't saying it's right. How they gonna take books off the shelf then? Tell us we're illiterate. They're the ones to blame for the dissidents. They was losing innocence, poisoning minds from the syllabus. Black with the vengeance. I'm militant, the infamous Stone. About to bring the gold to the villages. All spillages. Didn't forget about those. The seabeds higher than the fishes out cold. We was trying to bring the love back home. Your mind's mighty powerful and so is your tongue. Speak right on your life cause it's what you become. Be wise in your mind, only living it once. You never know when your time's up under the sun. Your mind's mighty powerful and so is your tongue. Speak right on your life cause it's what you become. Be wise in your mind, only living it once. You never know when your time's up under the sun.
Cool track, man. Appreciate that, Danny. One of the things he's talking about the oil spill and shit like that, and the oceans dying and fish and the first thing that popped into my head was when I saw a recent headline about the G28 or whatever it was, and they had 400 private jets fly into the airport so they could have this meeting. So they can all get together and then tell us that we're all pieces of shit for ruining the environment, right? Like, it's that type of divide, is that type of stuff isn't that the more important thing though, right? But instead, it's destroying within, man, getting people to hate each other, hate the person next to them, and not focus on the truth, what's going on, and the importance, because we're all being treated like somehow we're the problem, and none of that ever makes any sense to me. And I mean, the perfect example of that is, too, is what Kofi said about taking books off the shelves, man, and then blaming us for being illiterate. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing, man. Causing the problem and then stepping back and being like, whoa, fuck. It's all you guys, right? Madness, man, madness. But great track. Really enjoyed it. It's deep. I know I missed shit, and I probably paused it too much, but I got to go back and I'm going to hear it again, because it deserves another listen, man, for sure. I appreciate you being here, being part of it as always. I love each and every one of you cats, man. Make sure you go show us some support. Give it a listen, buy it, stream it, whatever you have to do, man. It doesn't have to cost you a cent to support these cats, because they do it for us as much as they do it for them. And show them some love, man. I love you cats. Thanks for being here again, and until next time, stay safe. Be good to each other.